fuck? Okay, this is Get Like Prince. Why Rowdy Rich lost 83% of his audience. That's very specific. How does he know?
Rides has a ride like that. Empty roads, sun setting.
Empty
Really disappear. But what
roads.
happened? What made him disappear? See, Roddy had been making music for a minute before he even blew up for real. He was locked in with Nipsey Hussle. He was locked in with some of these West Coast artists. And he had him a little catalog. Then he come.
Okay, I did see someone on I think it was what's his name, Big Swave on TikTok. He was saying that Rich lost his audience because he tried to be like Kendrick. I was like, I didn't get that, but like maybe he was. I just don't know if I'm locked in for real. But they were saying he was trying to be like Kendrick when he should have been trying to be like Drake.
Comes out, drops this smash hit on a solid album. And now everything was bigger. He drops the box. It's this whole anthem, 2020 anthem. You couldn't get away from it. It was one of them songs that people was playing
He has a
so
very
much,
round head.
and people started to not like. But not only did he have
That's
this
true.
smash song, this big hit with it, he also dropped a pretty solid album. Please excuse me for being antisocial. This album was decent. It was good, and people enjoyed it a lot. So people would listen to the box. They'd be like, okay, who's Roddy Ricch? Like, let me tap into Roddy Ricch for real. And they went, go listen to the album. They're like, damn, like, I like this. When the next one coming
I
out?
like this.
And that's the problem. We didn't know the next one coming out. And the next album wouldn't come out for years. So think about it. Roddy Ricch, this basically
I like
brand new
this.
artist to the industry. Yeah, he had been making music for a while, but
Hey,
he wasn't
viewer.
this big established name that you would think of.
Send me
when
a
you think
message
of
in the
rappers,
chat.
right? So he drops his smash hit. People looking at him. He got eyes on him. He has one project out. He got Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial. That was his latest release. People heard it. People was like, I like it. What else do he got coming for us?
Were y'all tuned in to Rowdy Rich like that? Like I heard the hit he had like in the box or whatever, but that didn't make me go listen to his album.
Because you
Like
got to
I
keep in
only
mind,
listened to that
people
song.
are people. They like new things. The album came out. People enjoyed it for a minute, couple months, maybe even a year. But then people start to wonder, when are we getting another project? When are you going to follow up to something this good? And this is where he messed up. He didn't drop anything for years and years and years, and he starved the fan base that he just created. See, in the music space, the artists that can go years and years and years without dropping music and then come out, drop something, and it's big and it sells a lot and the fans love it. That's not often that can happen. And Roddy
I think
Ricch
only
was
Cardi
not
can do that.
established enough in music to be able to do something like that. Yeah, he had a smash hit, but a smash hit.
Was he on features though? I feel like if he like staying active on features, he don't gotta actually drop his own music for real. But if he was just MIA altogether, yeah, you
Don't
can't do that.
equal a steady fan base. But in between this wait, a lot would go down. We would have Roddy Ricch basically going to war with the industry. It was a lot of people in the music industry mad, feeling some type of way because Roddy took over everything. He had the number one spot. He had the number one album. He had all the eyes on because after he drops this music,
You know,
and the
people
big
didn't like
song,
it.
it's on the charts for a long time. And as he was holding the number one spot, people came in, they wanted the number one spot. Selena Gomez, for example, her ass was mad because Roddy Ricch album was number one and hers wasn't number one. She was online crying about it. She was
He
like, yo,
had
this.
they had drama. What the fuck? I don't think they even have the same fan base. I don't know. Like you can't really. If Roddy Ricch is number one and y'all not the same viewers. Like he just got number one.
Album just means a lot to me, and I wanted it to go number one and going number one. But it wasn't just Selena Gomez. Right at the same time that she was fighting for this spot, we also had Justin Bieber fighting for this spot. But Justin Bieber took it to the extreme.
What?
He didn't treat it like how Selena Gomez treated it. He didn't just get online a little angry. He got online wanting it bad. Justin Bieber, that came out right around the time the box was hot, right? And Justin Bieber was really fiending for this to go number one. He was begging his fans to stream the album. He was like, look, can y'all just make a playlist full of the songs?
Again, I don't think they have the same fan
while you
base.
sleep, but you got to keep it on this specific volume so it counts as the actual stream. He basically was trying to force his way to number.
Wait, if you have a song on mute, they know. So like it don't count. What the hell? I didn't know they was tapping into our phones
He
like
was
that.
begging his fans, trying to start a whole trend on Twitter. Can y'all get this to go #1? I need Yummy #1. I need this, I need that. And it came with a lot of backlash because this a man who been in the industry for a decade. Justin Bieber has been around for a real long time. And Roddy Ricch is this hot new artist who just got his first #1. And you trying to take it away from him by forcing your fans to listen to it while they sleeping. The situation ended up getting so big that there was articles being written on the situation. One article wrote this: Justin Bieber and his team have taken some measures to promote his new single Yummy that has been met with criticism in recent days. While the Bieber track may not land at #1 on Billboard Hot 100, Roddy Ricch is the box is projected to take the top spot.
I got stick in the box.
Bieber also appeared to share and delete a repost on IG in which specific fan-made instructions were given on how to best.
Stuff like this is weird though, because I'm sure Justin Bieber has money. Why does he need his song to go #1? Like, just put out the music, bro. People gonna listen. You gonna get your money.
Stream the song to ensure higher stats on major platforms. The post instructed fans to, among other things, create a playlist with Yummy on repeat, with the intention of letting said playlist ride while one sleeps. The instructions also included the suggestion of utilizing a VPN service for those overseas. The post originated from a seemingly fan-operated IG account and includes multiple slides under the heading on
Justin Bieber probably made it himself.
#1. Think about how crazy that is. He was asking his fans to stream it with a VPN if they wasn't in the US so he can make his sales go up in the US. That's kind of insane. But back to Roddy Ricch, he was making a lot of impact. Like, you come out here and you drop this smash hit, people are interested in you. They want to know what you got going on. They want to know what you working on. But the months will go by, and Roddy wouldn't drop no music. He wouldn't really feed the fans. What people would see from him, though, is controversy. Late 2020, Roddy Ricch was in some controversy, right? He was in this new lawsuit, and they were saying that he owed back $200,000 in rent and damages, and it was looking crazy for him. People was like, what you got?
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Hip Hop DX wrote this: Roddy Ricch is currently staring down the barrel of a lawsuit that alleges he owes over $200,000 in back rent and damages. According to the blast, a lawsuit filed by a California company.
You know, he just looks smart to me. I don't know if that's true.
Claims Roddy incurred the damages from a home he signed a 1-year lease at in the beginning of April. The lawsuit accuses him of breaching the terms of his tenancy agreement after the landlord accused him of not paying rent for the first of the month for July and the month following. He purposely gave up possession of the home in August, but the controversy didn't slow down after that. A few months later, 2021 comes around, and the fans still didn't have an album. Keep in mind, his last project released in 2019, and people was in 2021 and still didn't have a Roddy Ricch album. So he had real life problems going on, and he had problems with people that he thought supported him. Because like I said, he didn't have an established fan base. He wasn't in a position in his career to take a 3-year gap from music. Speaking on the music topic, he was shooting a music video this one day in 2021, and this music video shoot didn't really go how he planned it to. It ended up with some shots going off, and sadly, 2 people did get hit, but nobody passed away. People was wondering, what do Roddy really got going on? And around this time, a few months later,
42 dubs.
You would see what he had going on. He would come out and drop his first album in years. This project did not live up at all.
Did he drop a single before the album, or he was just like, yeah, this is what we rocking with? Like, was there any promotion? Is that why it didn't hit?
First project. And then this project that he followed it up with was not follow-up worthy. It didn't have no really big songs on there. The songs was lackluster. It wasn't what people was expecting Roddy to follow up his last project with. And when it came out, it was getting a lot of backlash. People was like, nigga, you made us wait all of this time for this right here. You made us wait for this album. We waited years. His core fan base waited that long to get what he dropped. And at that point, his career was really hurting, because if you go years without dropping albums,
Feel bad though, because that's why a lot of artists don't drop their second album, because they're scared it's going to do worse than the first one. Like, they trying to live up to what they once were, or they trying to surpass what they already had. And it's like, bro, just focus on you.
that's one thing. But if you go years without dropping an album and that album ain't hitting like it's supposed to, that's a completely other thing. And his problem was he wasn't feeding the streets. people was getting tired of the wait, and people was wondering what his next album was gonna be. And it wasn't like he had some hot snippets putting up to the album. It wasn't like he had a single that people was looking forward to on his album. He just came out and released it. The criticism this album got
Only Beyonce can do that.
And I feel like if this was an album that came out right after Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial, or maybe this came out in 2020, late 2020, people wouldn't have been so harsh on the project. But to make your fans wait so long and to not just give your best piece of work, something that people was gonna love, it hurt him a lot. It gave him a lot of bad reception and bad press. And when this happened to Roddy Ricch, the talk around his name already wasn't that good, and then it's just added on top. This just made his whole reputation look a lot worse than what it already was. But it wasn't just backlash that came with this album, it was also sales. The album sold 60K, and Please Excuse Me for Antisocial sold 101,000 copies first week, and that's a big decrease. And from this moment forward, like I said, his career broke. People treated him different, and I mean, people was treating Roddy so bad that there was a point in time where he had to deactivate all of his social media accounts. Roddy had posted some snippets after this album came out. He wanted to make a little comeback. He was like, you know what? People's doing all this hating when I dropped this last album. Let me spin back. Let me show him what I've been working on. And he drops this snippet, and people hated it. People clowned him so bad, it was like trending everywhere. Roddy had to deactivate his Twitter. He had to deactivate his social medias because he didn't want to see the controversy no more. This is another one of them situations that just got so big to the point where there were articles being written on how much people hated this snippet. One article on the situation wrote this: apparently Roddy Ricch cannot take criticism. Yesterday, February 5th, the Compton rapper shared a snippet of an unreleased song called Out of My Mind. Unfortunately, the feedback from his fans were less than stellar, and many accused the Grammy Award-winning artist of falling off. It appears as though many people were not happy with the snippet of Roddy Ricch singing the chorus to the song. One user said, bad mixing, and he doesn't even have that energy we know him for in this track. I understand trying new things and innovating, but this could have went harder if he had better lyrics.
What artists do y'all listen to? Because Roddy Ricch really ain't one of them people I listen to. Like, if his songs come on, I ain't changing it, but before I seek out his music.
Another person wrote, this snippet is pretty trash. He needs to reset expectations and get back to the music that brought him here in the first place. We need to feed the streets right. I hate to say it, the bad stuff didn't really slow down for Roddy either. He had fans mad at him, so he deactivated his social media. But we also had his baby mama calling him a lean addict in a custody battle for their kids at the same time. So Roddy Ricch was in a custody battle for his 3-year-old at the time. She was claiming that Roddy Ricch was not only a drug addict, but he was also a gang member, and she was feeling unsafe about their kid being around Roddy Ricch. An article from Hip Hop DX.
You don't look like he on drugs to me.
Roddy Ricch's baby mama is asking a Los Angeles County court to give her sole custody of a 3-year-old child she allegedly shares with the Compton rapper, while also making allegations about his gang affiliation and drug use. She said, Roddy Ricch is gang affiliate, and he has been arrested on gun charges, DV charges, and regularly indulges in promethazine use, all of which are concerns for myself and our son. She also claims that Roddy Ricch cut her off financially and is being forced.
I understand why you want your child away from him.
She's also asking the court to establish paternity in the case for him to pay, which amounts to $240,000 annually. He's a very successful and high-paid entertainer and goes by the name of Roddy Ricch, she said. She also said that he has a net worth of $25 million and commands fees of $500,000 for appearances. Now, the situation itself was crazy. We had her claiming all of this about Roddy Ricch while trying to get the bag out of him. She was saying that he was an absent father, and for a while, that was a big thing in Roddy Ricch's life. I mean, the nigga was fighting for his kid. And after this legal battle would be going on in the background, about a year later, we would hear something else come from it. Instead of him having to pay her 20 racks a month in child support, it went down to 8K, which is still a lot, but this is not my place to be speaking of. For a while, after all of these situations went down, we wouldn't really hear much from Roddy Ricch. Maybe we get a feature here, we get some singles here, but we didn't get no album. I mean, 2023, 2024, we didn't get no album from Roddy Ricch. But fast forward to 2024, Roddy Ricch would kind of come back. Throughout this year, he would drop a couple singles. He was like hinting toward his next project, and that was at the start of 2024. People was thinking, okay, Roddy Ricch might have missed with some of his other projects, but we still believe in him. People was kind of giving him a second chance. People believed in Roddy. They didn't want him to flop, But y'all know how the internet be.
They
People
didn't want
make
them
up
to
their
flop.
mind, they make up their mind. But some people still had hope and wanted to see how Roddy Ricch's next album in the next few years of his career will play out. So, like I said, he dropped these singles. Fast forward a few months after these singles, Roddy would randomly spark up his whole new rollout. He would get
The
online
Navy
and say, you know
album,
what?
the 6th of
Dropping the album
December.
in December. People was excited. They was like, okay, Roddy
He dropped the album a few months ago. If that's true, I ain't heard it.
Ricch is starting this new rollout.
I ain't heard no
Here's what he
talks.
got to say. And Roddy rollout was really kind of looking good. After he announces this album, next month, guess what happens? November, Kendrick surprise drops.
Honestly, I
And guess
listened
who
to a lot of
featured?
female rap.
Roddy Ricch. This whole Kendrick album was him really putting on for the West Coast, using this West Coast sound. He had
What song is Roddy Ricch on that album? I listened to that whole album. I did not. Dodger Blue. I didn't realize that was. I'm about to go back and listen to that
He had
song.
all of
Okay.
these West Coast features, the Tupac influence song. He had a lot going on with this album involving the West Coast. People was like, damn, it's looking good for Roddy. He just announced the album and he just got a feature on Kendrick album. And so people was like, all right, I'm with it. December comes around though, guess what happens? No album. He ends up pushing it back to 2025. But December wasn't just a
February
bad time for his
21st.
album. He was also in some more controversy. I gotta tell y'all this whole story. So December comes around and Roddy
What
Ricch
did he
was in
do?
the news again. These YouTubers was out doing storage hunting. That was their whole thing. He was this content creator and he would go buy storage units, open it as his content. And so one of these storage units that he just so happens to buy was one of Roddy Ricch's storage units. But this wasn't no little regular storage unit. He had some real valuable shit in it. His Grammy with Nipsey Hussle, who passed away back in 2019. So this
Oh shit! I did hear about this.
He made a video out of opening this Roddy Ricch box, and I'll play the clip right now.
$280. The reason I bet on this unit, I saw the PS5 little thing right there, Yeezy sled, and mainly that suitcase right there. I searched it up. That's a Toomey suitcase. $1,000 it goes for. Used probably, let's see, a lot less. All right, let's see if it's trash or treasure in here, guys. And what do we got? Colt La Libre. This looks nice. Look at this. Yo. Oh my God. Let's go. We just came up.
You'll be back. Emus can't help
He
people
fine.
customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Look at this. Louis Vuitton brand new with the tags. $1,520 retail.
That looks like some shit he wear too.
We came up, baby. Drop in the comments for your boy. Jaquemus, I think this is crazy. There's another, bro. Let me take a deep breath because I'm like my hair and Preston.
You so happy.
Baby, come on, bro. Come on. This is the best $280 unit in my life. Hold up, guys. We just got the suitcase open. I didn't want to peek. Live reaction. It could be empty, but there could be something good. Oh. All right, you guys ready? Come on. What the heck is this?
Oh, his Grammy.
Roddy Ricch. There's no way this was his freaking Grammy.
What's his Grammy in a storage unit though?
Roddy Ricch Grammy? Was this his freaking locker? Did we just find Roddy Ricch's locker? Yo. Oh my God, he didn't leave me anything else, but
He didn't leave me anything else, bro. This was not for you.
know what to
He
say.
didn't mean to leave us stuff.
This is priceless. The recording and camera pressure. I just found the Roddy Ricch's storage unit. 5x5. He left me some goodies in here. I'm recording our Roddy Ricch fever best rapper.
He left me some goodies.
With Nipsey Hussle
Bro.
and Hit Boy. 2019. Look at this. Oh my God.
I mean, he
this
did
is
buy
crazy.
it though, so it's his.
Oh my God, you know, sending, bro. Rich, we checked it. It says $520 credit. We put it in. Still has the credit, so that's a nice little bonus. Looks like I have $520 in pizza. Roddy Ricch, if you're seeing this, if you want it back, send me a
What?
message. Let's work something out. Obviously, we're gonna get everything on video, but let me know. Let me know.
And so in the vid, he was like, Roddy, if you want a Grammy, just hit me up and we could talk. And this where this situation started to go left. Instead of Roddy Ricch just hitting the back and getting the Grammy back, it turned into some whole other shit. We had Roddy Ricch allegedly snapping on him and threatening him.
All right, guys, the update you guys have been waiting for. And to be honest with you, I think it's time. I made this video. I need to clarify things. A lot has been going on these past couple days since I found this. Never did I think it was gonna turn into a nightmare. But whatever. Let me tell you guys, yes, I got in contact with Roddy Ricch and his assistant. And
Okay.
no, I'm not asking for $1 million for this, none of that. All I wanted was a video of me giving it back to him, or at least a video of him telling me thank you. That's all I want. Clearly, that wasn't possible. Guys, this has turned into a nightmare for me, having this thing. Threats to me and my family, pictures of my house.
Confused though. If all he wanted was a video, why was that such a hard thing to do? Like, he don't gotta give it back because he legally paid for it. It's his.
Correct, my whole full social, all my family is getting affected by this. All the people saying
That's fucked
that,
up.
and I'm getting threats saying to take down my videos, that it's a threat, it's a disrespect to Nipsey's family. Guys, this was never my intent. Respect to Nipsey's family and everyone. You guys know that this is what I do for a living. I post videos of what I find in storage units. Did I think this was gonna be in there? No. All I made was a video of me finding this, and that's it. Never was it to disrespect anybody or any of that. I just want to clarify that. You guys know this is what I do for a living.
He seems genuine.
Obviously, I don't want anything to do with this anymore. It's affected me and my family. Never did I think that me trying to do something good by giving it back would turn into a nightmare. Clearly, I think at the end we got it resolved, and I'm gonna go to the police station today. Meet up with, I guess, 2 of his assistants that said that we're gonna pick it up, and that's it. I don't want anything to do with it, nothing anymore. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go to the police station today.
Goodness, that is so wild.
And bye. That's it. No disrespect to anyone. I don't want you guys to think that my videos are just no disrespect. Respect to everyone watching. This was never my intent. All right.
This one of them situations that's real weird because me personally, if it was me and I went and I purchased this storage unit and it just so happened to be his Grammy in there, I mean, if you want it back, you got to get me the
If you want it back.
bought this. You should have kept it with you, but eventually he did meet up.
Me
with Roddy Ricch
personally,
peoples.
I would have asked me some money. All he wanted was a video, but he probably would have got some money off of the video. But I still would have been like, let me hold $1. What you got?
At the police station to give him the Grammy back. And when everything came out, Roddy Ricch would come
Give me
online
$20.
respond, and he kind of went against what old dude said. He felt like he was being extorted for his own Grammy. He said old dude hit him up. He was like he was trying to get 50 racks for the Grammy, but Roddy and his peoples was trying to offer him 10K. And I think Roddy felt like it was a problem that
took
he was
10K.
getting charged for this Grammy, even though it was his. But you should have never left it in an unpaid storage locker if you didn't want somebody to find it. You know that's what happened. Nigga, if you don't pay that storage, somebody else come take it. Anything in there is theirs now. That Grammy was his. But this what Roddy had to say.
Returning
That's
the
facts.
Grammy, a video, all that type of shit. It was more so about $50,000. Once we received the news that the kid had the Grammy and everything, we get on the phone with him immediately. We found the video at like 1,000 views, called him immediately, you know what I mean, and like offered him something, but he was basically saying like the money we was on ain't, you know what I mean. I'm like, bro, I got like 10 bands for you, whatever. He like, man, that ain't shit. I want 50,000. First he asked me for an AP. then he asked me 50,000, and he wasn't, you know. So it never was about, oh, you know what I mean, we're gonna do it on just the strength of trying to get it back to you and all that type of. It was more so about trying to get clout off of it, or trying to basically extort me for $50,000. He told me to go to sleep and wake up on it, or go to sleep on it, think about it, right? You know, and this is something that's sentimental to people from where I come from, you know what I mean, and just it's sentimental to us, you know what I mean. So for what he's talking about with just people feeling the type of way, he could have got heckled by somebody, I don't know, you know what I mean, and just sending him whatever. People who love Nipsey and who love Roddy, who just, you know what I mean,
That's
care
true.
a lot about it and want to see that back into my possession. So I don't know what he's talking about with the threats and all that.
It probably won't Rowdy threatening him directly, But his fan base, Nipsey Hussle's fan base, he was probably getting doxxed. Like that's probably a fact. But it's his Grammy. He bought it. It's his Grammy. I'm sorry, he bought it. He paid for it, and it's not really extorting. I don't know if that's what extortion really means because it's technically his.
Bro, I got 2 kids, bro. I only play, you know what I mean? I just mind my business, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what he's talking about with that, but, you know, the main thing was just trying to get it back, right? So, boom, we come to an agreement of, all right, well, we'll meet you here and get a Grammy back or whatever. So we was like, you know what? Since you bringing it back, we're going to give you some money. You know what I mean? We're going to give you some money for that. Yeah, y'all worried about the 2 kids. We're going to give you some money for that. So we was like, bring the clothes too, and we'll throw you some money. You know what I mean? And when he ended up coming to
He
the
added
police
stuff.
station that we met up at, he had 2 cops, 3 with cameras trying to create a moment out of it. And it just was that the whole situation put a bad taste in everybody on the team mouth. It put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So everybody just wanted to get the situation done with, wanted to pull up, get the Grammy, you know what I mean, and maybe take care of him if he wanted to be cool, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't pull up with anything, which was confusing to.
But remember what I said.
Wait,
Even though
he didn't pull up with the Grammy or the clothes. Like that's wild. What do you have the cops there for and the police if he ain't had
was in
nothing?
this Grammy controversy, he still had an album that was supposed to come out, but it got delayed and pushed back to 2025, February 21st, 2020. And that was the other day. And we didn't get an album. He ended up pushing the album back again
Until
to
April?
2025. And who knows if he's going to delay it again, because his last album,
That's
the
the
last
third
project on his
time.
Apple Music came out in 2022. And remember, when he had a 3-year gap from 2019 to 2021, fans were starved. We in 2025, your last project came out in 2020. It's another 3-year gap. Fans just starved again. So I don't know what Roddy really got going on. And this was really his last chance to make his career come back. This was his last chance to have this comeback. And he keeps delaying the album.
He really should have dropped it during the controversy because people would have been tuned in. People was hearing his name and they're like, oh, he just dropped the album. Let me go see. They probably would have thought it was a stunt, but either way, they would have tuned in.
He's delaying the one album that people are kind of excited for. It's gonna hurt him. Unless he come out and this album some fire, like hit songs on it. I don't know what's gonna happen for Roddy Ricch. Maybe it sells good,
that fire.
maybe it doesn't. But Roddy Ricch is an example of why you need to feed your fans no matter what line of career you're in. You gotta feed your fans. You gotta give them something. Playboi Carti, for example. Yeah, he doesn't drop a lot of music, but he knows how to keep his fans interested.
You crying?
Frank Ocean, that man hasn't
What
dropped
is
an
that?
album in 10 years, but his fans is so interested in him. If he comes out and drop an album right now, it's selling 200K first week. That's the thing. Roddy Ricch was not in a position to be taking these gaps like he taking. After everything this man
That's
did over
facts.
the years and went through, we really do gotta see how the situation unfolds for him, how his album turns out for him, how the rest of his career pans out for him. What do y'all think about Roddy Ricch?
I have mixed feelings about Roddy Ricch.